Your business is all about that premium, high-touch experience, right? That personal connection is your magic sauce. But what if I told you that very same magic is creating an admin trap, one that's quietly siphoning thousands of dollars from your bottom line every single month? Let's break down exactly how that's happening and, way more importantly, how you can fix it.
So let me ask you a tough question. Is your studio silently losing money? Now, let's be real. The money you might be losing isn't from some big, catastrophic failure. It's more like a slow, silent leak. It's happening in those little gaps in your day. You know, the call that goes to voicemail while you're teaching a class, or the Instagram DM that has to wait a few hours for a reply. Each one feels like a tiny drop, but believe me, they add up fast.
And this right here is the heart of the admin trap. You're the star instructor, you're the front desk, you're the salesperson, and you're the scheduler, all rolled into one. I mean, how can anyone possibly be amazing at all of those things at the same time? It's a total recipe for burnout, and as we're about to see, a ton of missed revenue.
All right, so here's our game plan for the next few minutes. First, we're going to define this admin trap that so many studio owners just like you fall into. Then, we'll pinpoint exactly where the revenue is leaking out. After that, we'll introduce a 24/7 AI solution, crunch the numbers so you can see the clear ROI, and finally, show you how this all adds up to a massive new competitive edge for your studio.
So, what is the Pilates admin trap, really? It's that feeling of success, mixed with complete and utter exhaustion. You know what I'm talking about. Your classes are full, your clients absolutely love you, but you are drowning in a sea of texts, emails, and scheduling nightmares. Your passion is literally being hijacked by paperwork. This slide really shows the core problem. On one side, you have this incredible premium business model, high lifetime value clients, exclusive class spots. It's amazing. But on the other side, your actual day-to-day operations are kind of stuck in the slow lane. And this isn't just a small mismatch. Your bottlenecks are actively choking out your strengths.
Okay, so how does this admin trap actually translate into lost money? Let's get really specific here, because this isn't just about being busy. We're talking about the real dollar cost of that manual grind. This is where the money is quietly slipping right through your fingers.
Just pause on this number for a second. 50%. That means for every potential new client who calls you during business hours, there could be another one reaching out at 9 p.m. on a Tuesday. Right at that moment, their back pain flares up and they decide they need to do something about it. They are ready to buy, right then and there. But you're at home with your family, as you should be. The problem is, that motivation has a really short shelf life.
And this just nails why speed is so critical in the Pilates world. Your clients are often high intent. They're dealing with pain or pregnancy or a very specific fitness goal. If they don't get an immediate, reassuring answer, that spark of motivation just vanishes. Or worse, they find another studio down the street that gives it to them instantly.
And here's where it gets really, really stark. The data is just unforgiving. Waiting just 10 minutes to respond can literally cut your chance of converting a new lead in half. Think about that. Every minute you're in a class correcting someone's form is a potential new client's motivation just fading away. A human, whether that's you or a front desk person, simply cannot operate at the speed the modern customer expects.
So how in the world do you solve the speed and availability problem? Well, you get a 24/7 AI assistant. And don't think of this as some generic, clunky chatbot. Think of it as a dedicated sales expert for your studio, one that's trained specifically to turn every single inquiry into a paying client 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The shift here is just dramatic. The old way is reactive and chaotic. The AI way is proactive and totally systematic. It doesn't just answer questions. It transforms your website from a simple digital brochure into a tireless sales consultant that guarantees no lead ever falls through the cracks again.
So what does this AI actually do? Well, it starts with an instant response on all your channels, Instagram, your website, you name it. No more missed DMs. Then it intelligently qualifies each person, figuring out their goals and needs before you even have to talk to them. From there, it automatically guides them to the perfect intro offer and seamlessly books them right into your schedule. And get this, it even monetizes your waitlists, turning a "sorry, we're full" message into a brand new revenue opportunity.
And it's trained to handle the specific, nuanced questions that Pilates clients always ask. You know the ones. It can explain the benefits for back pain, it can detail the differences between your equipment, and it can provide reassuring, accurate info for prenatal clients, all perfectly aligned with your studio's unique approach and philosophy.
Okay, this technology is impressive, for sure. But let's talk about the only thing that really matters, the return on investment. Let's break down the numbers with a conservative, real-world example for a typical boutique studio.
Okay, so here's our baseline. We've got a studio with about 120 members. They're spending an average of $180 a month. That puts them at about $21,600 in monthly revenue. This probably feels pretty familiar to a lot of you.
Now watch what happens. By systematically plugging all those leaks we talked about, by improving conversion, reactivating old clients, and boosting retention, that same exact studio adds between $3,000 and $6,000 in new revenue every single month. And here's the kicker. This is basically pure profit, and it's achieved without adding a single extra class or another instructor out. And the ROI isn't just about the money. This is huge. The system eliminates all those repetitive questions, the manual follow-ups, the booking back and forth, giving you back 10 to 20 hours of your life every week. I mean, what could you do with that time?
You know, this goes way beyond just solving today's admin headaches. Implementing a system like this creates a powerful, long-term competitive advantage. We're not just talking about a tool. We're talking about building a foundation for a more scalable, a more resilient, and ultimately, a much more valuable business.
And this introduces a really powerful concept I love, founder leverage. It's about using technology not to replace you, but to multiply you. It lets you step out of the role of administrator and into the role you were meant for, the role of CEO and visionary, focusing on the high-level work that truly grows your studio.
The reality is, studios that embrace this kind of automation are playing a completely different game. They grow faster because they have an automated sales engine working for them. The owners are calmer because they know the business can run without their constant hands-on input. And most importantly, they're not just running a job anymore, they're building a true, sellable asset.
Look, this isn't some far-off future technology, it's here right now. So the only question left is, are you ready to stop leaking revenue, reclaim your time, and finally start building the studio that you've always envisioned? If the answer is yes, then the next step is simple.